Well, welcome back to Fireside Chat number 6. I think it's number 6, and we'll go forward for at least a few more until the viewership drops below 10. That's the deal that I have with John Simpson. Hey, congratulations to those of you who won the Easter egg hunt. The McGolgans, the Zavells, and the Lukes. Job well done. Applause, applause. Way to go. I hope that Easter was enjoyable for you. It was very odd for me. Attendance was way down. In fact, I think there was only 3 of us in the sanctuary. So, but I hope that the day was as meaningful as it's intended to be, as we remember that Christ's victory over the grave is a victory for us as well. One other thing by way of announcement, everything that we've been doing online has been accessible through the website. Well, now it's been put on 2 other platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So whatever platform appeals to you most, the website, YouTube, or Facebook, all of these things, the sermons and the Wednesday nights and the Fireside Chats, are available to you there. One other thing I would mention that I'd like for you just to start thinking about, I know I'm thinking about it, and that is us getting back together when we finally are allowed to worship together here in the sanctuary. If there are those of you who could change from the first service to the second service, from the second service to the first service, that would allow us to do some more social distancing. The second service, as you perhaps know, is pretty healthily full every Sunday. The first service is not. So if we could move some of that crowd from the second service to the first service, it might give us a better shot at social distancing. Just something to think about, and as we go forward, we're not even sure we're going to start back with 2 services. We're still trying to figure that out as well. So give it some thought. Just thought I'd stick that thought in your minds as we try to make plans to get back together. Now, as I wrap this up, I wanted to mention something that I have been saying quite frequently of late. It has to do with a psalm. Actually, it's found in 2 psalms, Psalm 42 and 43, I believe, where the psalmist says, you'll recognize these words. He says, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? Hope in God," and on and on. But the point I'm focusing on is, "Why art thou cast down, O my soul? Hope in God." Now, of course, the psalmist is recommending a solution, a remedy, is that he hopes in God, that he would put his faith and his trust in God in the midst of his downcast soul. That's rather obvious, and I think I didn't need to point that out to you. You've probably already seen it. But here's something else that I wonder if you have seen, and this is what I've been saying quite frequently of late. Do you see what the psalmist is doing? He's talking to himself. He's saying, "Listen here, soul. You have no right to be cast down. Hope in God." The point, this is really, I drew this from a Martin Lloyd-Jones book years ago. One of the reasons that Christians get themselves in so much trouble when it comes to discouragement and anxiety, etc., is that we listen to ourselves instead of talk to ourselves. We hear from within, "Oh, we're not valuable, we're not worth anything, this is hopeless, I can't stand anymore," etc., etc. And when you listen to that, then it takes you into a slough of despond. But instead of listening to ourselves, talk to ourselves. Use the consolations of Scripture to say to your soul, "Stop it. Here's what the truth is. Here's what God has promised me. Here's what I can bank on. Here's what I can count on. Here's what is solid underneath me. That which God has said." And take that and talk to yourself. Speak to yourself the consolations of God. Don't listen to yourself. Talk to yourself. And when there seems to be this downward spiral, talk to yourself through the promises and the commitments that a thrice holy God has made to his covenant people. I hope that'll be helpful, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night as we resume our study of the life of Moses. Good being with you. God bless.